What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. My name is Bryce Dettorre, and in today's video I'm going to be taking you through mindset. Today's video, it's going to be completely different from what I usually do on the channel. Yes, obviously this channel is all geared towards fitness, nutrition, cardio, workouts, meal planning, all that stuff. That's one very important part of my life. But there's another aspect of my life that is just as big, and that's mindset. I used to be a motivational speaker for all the high schools up over at where I grew up, and I would go around and I'd speak to all these kids about everything I read in books. If you guys don't know this, I'm also an avid reader. I've read over like 500 books on personal development, coaching, communications, all that. Now this video sparked because it's something that I've been kind of throwing around in my head and wanting to do. And I wanted to start doing like a weekly motivational mindset video kind of thing on stuff that I read in my books, not my books, but the books that I read on personal development. Little, key points that I've used in my life that have helped me. And I want to start doing, like I said, probably about a weekly video or maybe every other week, a video on something that I get from these books that I could share with you guys that it's helped me. So if that's something that you guys want to see more of, comment below, let me know. Yes, please do some of those videos. I've already got a couple feedbacks from a couple viewers saying that they loved that this channel brings more than just fitness. And that's exactly what this channel is all about. Yes, fitness and nutrition and working out is a huge aspect of my life, but that's like only half of it. The other half is actually the mindset. So what I read in these books, I try to apply, and I can apply it. You can apply it in all areas of life, but one of the tough situations is obviously in the gym working out. So I take what I read in these books, I apply it to the gym, and it kind of does a full circle of enhancing my life. So everything I read, everything I tell you, it's not really my thoughts. It's I've gotten from these books, and I'm going to share it with you guys. So anyway, let's jump into the first topic. One of the things that I would always tell the students that I went around and spoke to, something that stood out to me and stuck with me when it comes to goal setting, mindset, all that stuff. And it's something that everybody has, but they aren't aware of it. And it could really be detrimental to whether you succeed at your goals or succeed in life, or you don't accomplish anything. And what that comes down to is your BS. Now, I'm not talking about your typical BS that you're probably thinking of. What I'm talking to, so you're probably thinking of the bad BS. I'm talking about your belief system. Now, everybody has one, but they aren't really aware of it, and they don't realize it could, like I said, either hold you back or propel you forward to achieving your goals. Now, the easiest way for me to kind of break this down to you on how important this is and what I'm referring to when I refer to your BS is you probably know what an elephant is. Okay? Now hear me out on this. Elephants are massive, super strong, can pretty much do whatever they want. They rip trees out of the ground with their trunk, and they weigh a crazy amount of weight, right? They can do whatever they want. If they want to go somewhere, they could go there somewhere. No one's going to stop them. Like, that's just what they're going to do because they're that big and they have that much force. But if you've ever been to a circus, the elephant at the circus will be on a chain in the middle of the ring, and in the middle of that ring, there's like a log that the elephant's attached to. Now, it's not a very big log, right? It's just a chain attached to a log, and then you got this massive creature. But the elephant will not leave that log. And there's a reason why. And it comes back to this. They train the elephant to believe a certain thing. That elephant, when it is young and little and not big and not fully developed, is very weak. So they get a chain and they tie that same chain to that same log. Now at first, the elephant will try to run away, try to escape, try to break off. But it can't because the log is holding him back, attached to the chain. The chain attached to the log is what's holding him back. So he tries and he tries and he tries, and he eventually develops this belief that he can't go anywhere. He can't escape. So eventually he just stops. He gives up. He's like, it's not worth it. I'm not going to do it. Well, what happens to the elephant? The elephant eventually gets bigger, stronger, and could do whatever it wants, but it doesn't because of this one BS. This one belief is holding it back. Humans work the same way. I guarantee that you probably have a certain belief about yourself that is holding you back from accomplishing your fitness goals, maybe your educational goals, your relationship goals, your friendship goals, whatever it is. Something that's in this belief that's like holding you back. And I want you to think about it. I guarantee you have certain beliefs that are they're hardwired and you're gonna stick with them. And I'm not talking like your religious beliefs, your political beliefs, you know, how you raise kids, those beliefs. Those are beliefs. But I'm talking about certain beliefs that are holding you back from accomplishing what you want to accomplish because you listen to your BS. I want you to think about it this way. This isn't a kite. This is a table, by the way. Don't judge my drawing. It reminds me of like in Blue's Clues when he gets a clue and he's writing in his notepad. But anyway, I want you to think about, everybody has a certain belief. I want you to think about your belief and I want you to think about a table. Obviously a table has 4 legs, right? Okay, obviously the 4th one's back there, you can't see it. It has 4 legs. Now a table is only as strong as its legs. And this is your belief. You have beliefs, a belief that is being held up by certain examples. And some of you guys may know this because when someone questions you on something, you fire back all your reasons, okay? I challenged this once when I realized how this works. And the area that I used it in is academics, okay? At the time of my life, I was 20 years old. I just started dating this girl named Cassie. And let me tell you, Cassie was fire, okay? She was a dime piece. She was beautiful. She was funny. She was kind. She was going to school to be a nurse, so that was very attractive. She was working full time. She was taking care of her dad. She was a boss, right? She had everything going for her. Now at the time, I was playing Call of Duty and going to a junior college. Not doing much with my life, didn't know what I was gonna do, but I had this dime. Oh, and did I say she was 2 years older than me? So that was very attractive. But I realized if I don't get my act together, she's gonna realize what she has and she could find anything she wants. And if I don't live up to my standards, she's gonna realize, okay, why am I with this guy? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, she deserves the best at the time. So I was like, I gotta step it up or I'm gonna lose this woman, right? So I was like, okay, she's going to school to be a nurse. I need to figure out what I want to go to school for, but first thing, I gotta start getting good grades. Now I figured that would be a good test, something I don't like doing, something I never really put effort into. I'm gonna try my hardest and get a 4.0. That was my goal. Now the first thing I did is I went and told a couple of my buddies, don't do that. I'll tell that separate video, but don't tell people. I went and told them and they were like, dude, you can't get a 4.0. Now, at the time in college, I've never gotten a 4.0. In high school, I think I got it once or I got close to it. High school, I didn't really have to try. You just have to show up. It's not that hard. When I got into college, it was different. You actually have to do the work. You have to try. So I wasn't doing as well as I did in high school. I had a couple of classes that I didn't even pass, that I dropped out of. I got C's. I think at the time my highest grade was like a B, right? But that was nowhere near a 4.0. So my friends were like, you can't get a 4.0. I was like, yeah, I can. I'm going to get a 4.0. Because I had a goal, right? The goal was to get make a 4.0, keep the girl, and go from there. So I had the goal, but they saw me for who I was right then. It's not going to happen. And at the time, I had that same issue. Because at first, I was like, I'm going to get a 4.0, but I was like, I don't know if I could get a 4.0 because I had certain beliefs that were holding me back, right? Some of these you could be like, I've had arguments that I argue with people when I'm like, dude, you could easily do that. And they're like, no, I can't because of one of these legs. They have a certain situation. So in order to, I say, build a better table, because this table sucks if it's a negative belief. It works for positive beliefs, but we're talking negative beliefs. You got this negative belief. In order to build a better table, first thing you got to do is you got to start breaking the legs. And you may have to break it at a small point, like not a big point. So academic-wise, I was like, I've never gotten an A before, right? Because I've realized in order to get a 4.0, you have to have straight A's. And it was like, I don't have straight A's. I questioned it. Yeah, but have I ever gotten an A? And the answer was, yeah, I have gotten an A, okay? So I'd like chip away and I'd start building another leg, right? Because as I'm chipping away with like, no, that's not true, I've done it before, I started building a different leg that's changing the belief. And I started just questioning everything. What also happened is when I got my first A, that's adding to this one and breaking this one. Are you with me? So I ended up breaking all my negative beliefs off of this table and built a brand new table. And some of you guys, like if it comes to fitness, you could be like, oh, I've never, gotten down to 200 pounds, or I've never lost that weight. And you have these certain beliefs. Why do you think that? Oh, because I don't eat healthy, or oh, I drink a lot of soda, or no, everybody in my family's overweight. Some of my students, their belief is they can't go to college. Why? Oh, my family's never gone to college. Oh, I don't have the money. Oh, I don't have the grades. They have all these legs that are backing it up. Ask yourself, well, like, what would I have to do to get that goal? Once you put it out there, your mind's going to throw out an answer. So if you say like, well, why don't I get, why can't I lose weight? Your mind's going to throw out something negative because you eat terrible. Why can't I get straight A's? Because you don't study, okay? But you got to step back and you got to think, okay, wait a minute. So because I don't study, ask yourself then, well, what happens if I studied? I don't eat healthy. Well, what happens if I eat healthy? Your voice is going to throw out another, your mind is going to throw out another answer. Well, what happens if I do eat healthy? Then you'll lose weight. Now you're feeding this mind and you're going to be building different legs. Okay? But everybody has a belief that is holding them back. And it's in all areas of life. I have a couple beliefs that I'm working on right now trying to break that mold. And sometimes it takes long. Sometimes, and I see it with my students all the time, they don't even have legs. They got a huge block underneath this belief. And it's like set in stone. And a lot of it has to do with achieving their goals. Why don't you study? Because I'm stupid. Well, why are you stupid? Because I fail in my classes. Have you failed all your classes? No, in kindergarten I got like an A. Okay, cool. Build off of that. What did you do back then? Well, I was excited about stuff. Okay, well, let's get excited. You got to start questioning it, but you got to break this. But some of your guys' beliefs are out of control. So in order to change your entire life, your future, your mindset or anything, you have to change your belief. So I started questioning these, okay? And just to kind of sum it up, by the end of that semester, not only did I get a 4.0, but I made the dean's list. And I'm not saying that's a huge accomplishment. Obviously, I know people out there that have done way more than that and way less than that, but I'm just saying in perspective, when you start questioning your beliefs, it could change your entire future or what's happening currently in your life. But the only way you do that is by checking your belief. You got to change your BS. And I challenge you to think about what BS, if you were one belief that if you were to change, what would have the biggest impact in your life. It might be fitness related, it might be relationship related, it might be financial related, or it might be educational related. One of those areas, I guarantee you have certain beliefs about yourself of what you can and cannot do. My challenge to you for this week, question your belief, question your BS, and see what you can accomplish. All right, so guys, that wraps it up pretty much for this mindset video. Let me know if you guys like it. Let me know if you guys comment below if you guys want to see more of this. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know. Either way, if you don't want to see more of it, I'm going to keep putting it out because I know that there's someone out there that probably needed to hear this video. I know for sure I needed to. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you did like it. I appreciate everybody who has recently subscribed to the channel. It means the world to me because that means I'm growing my channel and I'm doing something right. And you guys already know the motto, stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, don't be average. I will catch you guys in the next one.